Thanks for joining us. I'm Megan Roberts. Today marks 1 year since a catastrophic failure at the Eagle Gold Mine in the Yukon. The disastrous collapse at the site led to cyanide spilling into the ground and waterways surrounding the mine. The CBC's Gordon Loverin went to the nearby town of Mayo to see how the First Nation is coping with the downstream impacts of the failure.
Emergency mode. That's how the local First Nation, the Nunvoot, describes the last year. 12 months of trying to contain and stabilize the disastrous failure at the Eagle Gold Mine.
It's confusion, and we don't really understand what really happened, but we got to come to terms with it.
As former chief, Simon Mervin's support helped shuttle in the project, and for a while the project looked fruitful. Victoria Gold made $400 million in its last year of operation. The First Nation received its first annual payment before the collapse, almost $1.4 million from the mine. What remains are many questions. The Nunvoot First Nation has repeatedly called for a public inquiry, but the Yukon government is not doing that. A report into the cause of the mine failure is expected in the coming weeks. It may clear up confusion, but will it ease the grief felt by many in Mayo?
The hunting and fishing is a lot different now, you know.
Nunvoot citizen Bobby Lee Melanson says ever since the mine failure, no one wants to risk eating fish and wildlife near the mine's footprint.
The water's so bad now, and they tell us not to go around in that area and stuff, so it's really it's traumatic. It really is. It's our way of life here, and now this is what we have to live with. It just breaks my heart that we can't go on the land and, you know, over to the traditional areas where our grandfathers, our grandmothers, and, you know, they walked those places, and we can't go there. It's heartbreaking.
The mine used heap leaching, pouring cyanide over a giant pile of crushed rocks to extract gold. The containment pad is what collapsed. And in the days, weeks, and months following, more problems. A court-appointed receiver took over, PricewaterhouseCoopers. They fired the company's CEO and took over the site. Chemicals still continued to leak out. And as the contaminants seeped down, so too did the territory's economy. The ripple effects spread far and wide. Hundreds of jobs at the site and the broader sector were lost, plus massive related bills for the Yukon government.
We're not against mining, but it's the way it's done. And the way Victoria Gold did it, it was greed, pure greed.
Frank Patterson is an elder of the Nunvoot. He says there's a predictable pattern to many mine projects in the north, and Yukoners end up paying.
As taxpayers cleaning up, just like Farrell, Whitehorse, BYG, and Carmack. You know, it's just taxpayers are paying for the cleanup, and those guys are freaking get up and run away.
In recent weeks, PwC announced they will start collecting gold from cyanide water stored in ponds at the mine site to help pay for the rising costs of the work on site. Will the mine ever reopen? Maybe. PricewaterhouseCoopers wants the mine sold by the end of the year.
My thoughts on reopening is okay, because I want the people that they owe money to be paid.
Mining built this country, and we got to find some way to keep it moving.
I don't hope the mine restarts. I really don't. I don't think we need to be greedy, you know. Let's live on our beautiful land the way it is.
And while the upcoming report into the cause of the disaster may answer some questions, for Bobby Lee, it won't restore her lost faith in the safety of her land.
It's not safe anymore, and the mess is in the water. The mess is on the land. And it's just not fair to all those that live around it. We're the ones that we have to live with that now.
Gordon Lovren, CBC News, Mayo, Yukon.
A mining exploration project in southeastern Yukon has moved one step closer to becoming a reality. Yukon's Environmental and Socioeconomic Assessment Board is recommending the Kudzakaya exploration project proceed with conditions. The project has faced some pushback because it would take place on sensitive caribou habitat. The board is recommending restricting helicopter use in the area during calving and rutting seasons. It also took feedback from the local First Nations into account.
37 comments came in for this project, a lot of great ones, a lot of very detailed ones, especially from Liard First Nation and Ross River Dene Council. So there's a theme in the terms and conditions to work, to inform, to communicate with the nations and others.
This is one of two Kudzakaya-related project proposals put forward by BMC Minerals. The other was for the development of a quartz mine. It was stalled by the courts this past December. In that case, the judge said the federal and territorial governments hadn't done enough to consult with local First Nations about the project's economic feasibility. This exploration project will now go before the Yukon government and Fisheries and Oceans Canada. All charges against two Yellowknife men regarding an assault have been dropped. It happened on the day their trial was set to begin in territorial court. Donovan McNeely and Dean McNeely were facing charges from an alleged incident last February. The CBC's Nadir Hashmi has that story.
Donovan McNeely was facing 5 charges. His co-accused, Dean McNeely, faced 2 charges. Those charges stemmed from an alleged incident in February 2024. This is when Donovan McNeely was accused of hitting someone with a hammer while driving a stolen vehicle in a Yellowknife parking lot. The victim later went to hospital with injuries. Donovan McNeely was also charged with dangerous driving and failing to stop at the scene. Dean McNeely also faced an assault charge related to the same case. Their trial was set to start June 17 in territorial court. But Crown Prosecutor Regan Rankin told CBC that all charges were withdrawn. She said they no longer had a reasonable prospect of conviction. The Crown said they wouldn't give any further details. The incident happened just one day after a police standoff at a Yellowknife downtown apartment early 2024. Donovan McNeely later pleaded guilty in that case to uttering threats and breaching a no-contact order. He was sentenced to 45 days in jail back in March, followed by a year of probation. Nadir Hashmi, CBC News, Yellowknife.
Many Inuit and Inuvialuit continue to deal with the legacy of Canada's tuberculosis epidemic. Their sick family members were sent to southern hospitals and many never returned home. For decades, families have carried the pain of losing loved ones with no answers. Today, delegates from Nunvoot's Kitamute region are in Edmonton to help locate their family members and honor them. CBC Iglak host Teresa Hayatchuk is in Edmonton with the families.
From the 1940s to the 1960s, Inuit sick with tuberculosis were sent to southern hospitals, like the former Kamsel Hospital in Edmonton. Some made it home, many, though, did not. Now, Nunvoot Incorporated is helping families return to these hospitals and locate loved ones buried here. It's part of the Nunvoot initiative. Delegates arrived in Edmonton over the weekend, and today they visited the site of the former Kamsel Hospital where their loved ones were sent. James Itulu remembers traveling for treatment with his father, mother, and sister. He remembers a friend that was treated down south for 10 years. This afternoon, delegates paid a visit to the cemetery where some of the patients are buried. It was a private event and an emotional time. This trip is crucial for helping Inuit heal from past traumas, and this journey toward healing will undoubtedly have a lasting impact on many generations to come. Tomorrow is a memorial ceremony and healing circle before a closing banquet to bring everyone together. Teresa Hayatchuk, CBC News, Edmonton.
In Nunvoot, a whooping cough outbreak has been declared in Iqaluit and Pond Inlet. It's affected fewer than 5 people in both communities, but only 1 case is needed for an outbreak to be declared. That's according to the acting chief public health officer of Nunvoot. The outbreaks were announced on Saturday. The acting chief public health officer declined to give the actual number of infections, citing privacy concerns. She says whooping cough can be prevented by vaccination.
If your immunizations are not up to date, we are pleading with you to get immunized, not just for yourself, but for the babies who might not yet be eligible to be immunized. Because adults can carry it, they might not even be symptomatic, or it might just be a mild illness, but they can pass it on to babies who then get really sick.
Dr. Ajaman says active cases can be treated with antibiotics. Symptoms include a cough lasting longer than a week, trouble breathing, and vomiting after coughing. Anyone with symptoms is being asked to call their local health center. CBC News has learned that some parents in Fort Simpson NWT want the principal of the local elementary school permanently removed. Some of the parents are elected members of the community's District Education Authority. They met with the NWT Education Minister earlier this month and listed concerns with Yellowknife Elementary School Principal Benjamin Adams. Luke Carroll has that story.
The concerns are detailed in a letter presented to Education Minister Caitlin Cleveland. CBC News obtained a copy of it. In it, parents cite a lack of communication, unreliability, and an unhealthy school environment that they allege is failing their children. Parent and DEA member Shauna McLeod wrote the letter. McLeod didn't send it to CBC News, but she did confirm she wrote it.
I think it's no secret that in the community that there's been ongoing issues. It's clear that there's evidence of neglect, exclusion, dishonesty, and emotional harm that a lot of families are facing.
The school superintendent told CBC News in an email that she can't discuss the complaints because it's a personnel matter. On June 17th, Adams declined an interview request due to, in his words, confidentiality. The following day, he emailed staff to say he would be on leave for the remainder of the year. The school superintendent says that he is still the principal. A spokesperson for Minister Cleveland responded by email early last week to say that she is aware of the concerns raised and takes them seriously. But then, last Friday, Cleveland announced a series of investigations into the Detroit Divisional Education Council and the district education authorities. The GNWT has also already launched a financial review of the school board and the DEAs. The Department of Finance will conduct a separate investigation into human resources and personnel matters, and an independent investigator will look into governance and operational practices. The news release says the investigations come in response to concerns raised by parents and education partners. Minister Cleveland declined an interview request on the subject. A vice chair for the Fort Simpson DEA says they welcome the investigations and they wish they had happened sooner. Luke Carroll, CBC News, Yellowknife.
The government of the Northwest Territories will not provide support for a homeless encampment in Yellowknife. The encampment recently moved from downtown to a spot near the city's museum, a move that was suggested by the City of Yellowknife and the GNWT. Now that the encampment is set up, residents want services like porta potties and garbage removal. But NWT Housing Minister Lucy Kaptana says the territorial government will not support encampments within the city. She explains why.
Well, I think based on our experience from last year at the Aspen apartment, we found that it was difficult sometimes, or most times, in terms of the cleanup, in terms of the emergency response, municipal enforcement issues, and also around liability. If we continue to support an encampment and something happens within that encampment, is the government liable? That's the question as well.
Kaptana says people should go to the day shelter for services or use public washrooms. She says there's still shelter space in the city and encourages people to go there. The encampment has been home to 15 to 20 people for about a month. There are currently 77 active wildfires burning across the Yukon. Evacuation alerts are still in place for several areas. That includes along the Silver Trail in the Mayo District and Henderson Corner, the Dempster Highway Cutoff, West Dawson and Sunnydale in the Dawson City region. The CBC's Chris McIntyre has more.
It's a rainy day here in Dawson City, and according to Wildland Fire Management, it's good, but it does come with concerns.
That usually reduces fire behavior, but it also brings unsettled weather with potential for thunderstorms and high winds. So It may be able to buy us some more time of lower fire behavior, but it's going to be another challenging day today in Dawson and Mayo.
3 fires of note in the Dawson region are burning close to roadways. Those are the Mount Leota, the Quebec Creek, and the Rabbit Creek fires. They are all currently considered out of control, with Rabbit Creek being the largest, measuring more than 95 square kilometers. The fires have forced some tourists who were set to visit Dawson to make other plans.
It was one of the towns, I'll call it a town, that we were really looking forward to. But unfortunately, nature has taken a turn, and we were planning to visit Dawson yesterday for the next 2 days, and then had to make a call halfway down that all the highways were starting to open and close, and we said no, it would be too risky.
You just don't know what's going to happen to you, so you need to be prepared. I mean, you just need to go with it, and I think all of our group is that way.
The Yukon government has issued travel advisories for the 2 highways leading in and out of Dawson. The Top of the World Highway and North Klondike are open with a pilot vehicle while conditions allow. The smoke in town remains heavy and the smell is hard to ignore. Residents say they aren't getting overly worried yet, as this is the time of year for wildfires and smoke. But they're not being complacent either. Many say they're packed and ready to go if things get worse. The town's local emergency control group says the Trondheim Inn Hall is open if people need a space to get out of the smoke, and the school is being repurposed to house people if the evacuation alerts become evacuation orders. Chris McIntyre, CBC News, Dawson City.
This astonishing world, with its infinite possibilities, calls to the world shapers, impact makers, visioneers. Together, let's unlock potential everywhere.
It is the worst ever air crash at sea.
This was Canada's 9/11.
The warning signs were there, and the warning signs were missed.
One threatened into silence, the other one murdered.
Air India was the first act of terrorism of its kind in the world.
Lost my wife, lost my daughter, lost everything.
All those hopes and dreams just gone.
2 suitcases, anatomy of the Air India bombing.
New year, new school, new uniform. High school was a chance at reinvention, a whole new me. Who to join? Jocks? Nerds? This was life or death.
Take a risk. Life's short. Don't waste it living someone else's life. Just live your own.
Sometimes you find yourself in the right place at the right time. And if you're there with the right people, well, it doesn't get any better than that.
12 of Britain's best amateur bakers have made it to the tent.
This is an absolute dream.
Every inch of their baking skill will be scrutinised.
Lovely jubbly.
Those that falter will leave the tent.
One wrong move and it's over.
You want a game? Bring it on.
Go, go, go!
Oh my God! We need help out there.
They will come for you.
This is it! Canada's ultimate challenge.
Businessman Mike Pemberton is the Yukon Liberal Party's new leader and the territory's premier designate. He'll become the Yukon's 11th premier after he's sworn in. Pemberton narrowly defeated Doris Bill last week in the Liberal leadership race. He says he doesn't plan to shuffle cabinet and he won't call a general election this summer.
I think we recognize, or I recognize, the amount of people that travel in the summer. Kids are out of school, parents spending time with their children. I think that's an important part of Yukon. Yukon summers are typically very short, and there's no way that I would want to disrupt somebody's summertime with their family to have an election. And I, quite honestly, I don't think that people would really pay attention as much as they probably should.
One of Pemberton's priorities as premier will be community safety. A community safety plan is in the works. He hopes to fast-track its implementation when he takes office. The city of Yellowknife has a big budget problem when it comes to water and sewer operations. It's nearly $2 million short of what it needs. Today, a city council committee talked about ways to make up that money. One possible solution is to raise rates for people on trucked water. But most city councillors agree an increase isn't the right path forward.
I've never been one to want to, isolate one group over another. It's not like the truck users were given a choice. You can either have truck water or you can have pipe water. This is areas that were put in place long before a lot of these people even lived in these homes and operated these businesses.
People in attendance at the meeting say they don't want to see an increase. They say their rates are already too high, nearly double what piped water customers currently pay. Councillor is also considering rebalancing rates so that costs are more evenly shared between piped and trucked customers, which could lessen the increase. Most city councillors agree whatever they choose will be a significant decision, one that will require more research and discussion. City administration says multiple options will be considered when the 2026 city budget is discussed. A review is underway into the cause of a critical water shortage in Pevernatuk, Nunvoot earlier this year. A crucial pipe froze in March. The village struggled with access to water for months afterwards. It triggered a state of emergency that lasted almost 3 weeks. On Friday, local, regional, and Quebec leaders met to discuss what happened. Quebec's Indigenous Affairs Minister says the review will also analyze communication between departments. He says there were some issues he only found out about from the media.
One part of the diagnostic that I made very clear with all my colleague Friday to establish what are the responsibilities of each other, from KRG, the municipality, us as a government also. At the end of the day, we're not trying to do some finger pointing. We're just trying to find out solution for the future.
Quebec is also negotiating a new 2-year funding agreement for municipal infrastructure projects. The chairperson for the Kudsakaya regional government says the amount of money from previous deals is no longer enough.
Understand there are different envelopes that we are dealing with, but the municipal infrastructure envelope is very limited to all the 14 communities. Within the with the 5-year agreement that we have, most of the funding are already allocated.
The third-party review into the incident is set to be completed by September. 3 grizzly bears were killed by wildlife officers in Nunvoot over the weekend. The bears found their way into the community and even chased some residents. One high school teacher had a close encounter with one and actually bumped into it twice. Steve Dagger has lived in Nunvoot for 13 years and says it's the first time he's encountered one himself.
First time I saw it, I put my arms up like this. I have this leash in my hand and I'm like flinging it up, and it wanted nothing to do with me. And even the second time I saw it, when it was angry, I don't know if the wool bear worked, but it wasn't charging at me. So I guess know your bear safety. And did I walk Spruce Hill the next day? No. I think I just stayed around my street.
This is the bear Dagger says he saw when walking his dog on Thursday morning. He says it didn't seem aggressive and didn't charge at him right away. Another bear was spotted on the golf course. It was also killed. The NWT Department of Environment and Climate Change posted on social media warning people of bear activity over the weekend. ECC says any bears that are seen or killed by residents need to be reported immediately. Youth put on a performance this weekend at Iqaluit's Alionite Arts Festival. Circus performers helped them hone their acrobatic skills and taught them about strength, agility, and grace. Mano Mubarak has more.
Artsec circus performers were in Iqaluit to help train youth for a performance last week. The performers held after-school workshops at the Aksarnit Middle School to help train those wanting to perform in the show. They learned things like acrobatics and juggling. Jackie Kuna is one of the circus performers and says that the kids had a good time learning.
Kids have been enjoying trying new things, and some of them are afraid of heights, but they've been trying. They've been thankful that we made them try.
Frankie Vincent Wolf is one of the youth that took part in the program.
It's been really fun. I've got to learn many new things that I've never known I wanted to know. And the people here are really good trainers and they help you understand how to do it really easily.
Rachel Kadluk also took part and says her friend helped convince her to join in.
Well, in the beginning I didn't want to do it, but then she made me join, so then it's pretty fun now.
The show also involved the youth playing Inuit games and performances from the circus performers. The show took place on Sunday. Mahanur Mubarak, CBC News, Iqaluit.
And that is Northbeat for tonight. For news anytime, go to cbc.ca/north. Thank you for watching. We leave you tonight with more from the LA Night Arts Festival in Iqaluit. I'm Megan Roberts. Have a good night.